Children, now this is the new chapter for you, that is Chola Empire of India. Earlier also I told you Chola Empire in Sangam age. Here in the map you can see the Chola Empire. Now what is the political history? South was divided into several smaller kingdoms, among which Chola was one of the strong political power. This period can be seen as a classical period because so many types of developments were there, as well as some similarity between Cholas and Gupta history. Religion was systematized. Trade also they had abroad. With abroad means with Asia and Arabs. Art and architecture was fully developed. That is why the Cholas were very important. Now, among the sources, inscriptions. Inscriptions were the main source of Cholas. They were found in different types, just as copper plates were there, stone inscription, and inscriptions on walls and pillars also were found on the temples. Inscriptions were very important source because they tell us about the Chola administration. They record the gifts and endowments to temple, means whatever was given to the temples or the Brahmins. They also tell us about the construction of temple or the setting up of a new image of the deity, means idols of God. Some have royal orders on taxation, means tax was the main source for the money or income, resolution of village assemblies, judgments delivered against the persons guilty of theft and murder and other crimes. Means inscriptions are telling all these things. Inscriptions on temple walls served the purpose of public registration, such as the record of sales. Means these type of things also were mentioned in inscriptions. Now this is the archaeological source, Brihdishwar temple. Chola Empire was very famous for building temples. Why? Because this is the most famous temple in the South India. It is also known as the Big Temple, and the main deity or the god, that is Shiva. It is built in a very huge courtyard and granite stone is used. Inner sanctum is square. So many pillars are carved out of Cholas, Pandyas, Vijayanagar kingdom, Nayak and Maratha rulers. Now little bit for this temple is magnificent edifice with its majestic Viman. Viman means the top part of the temple. Sculptures means statues, and architectures and frescoes. Wealth and richness of Tamil inscription engraved in the super calligraphy. Calligraphy is an art of writing, decorative writing. It was built in 10th century, approximate 1010 CE. Millennium commemoration on September 2010. Then UNESCO World Heritage Site means it is very important that is why UNESCO also kept it as a heritage site, which tells us about the past or ancient period. Now in short, the main parts of the temple are given. Shikhar means top, Viman this part, joint of top and the building, Garbhagriha the main part, Mandap this hall surrounded by pillars. Now Chola dynasty was founded by Vijayalaya Chola. First important ruler was Parantaka I, who defeated Pandyas and expanded up to Madurai. This brought him into contact with Sri Lanka, means after defeating the Pandyas, when the empire was expanded, he came into contact with Sri Lanka and years of conflict followed. Other rulers are also there, just as Raja Raja I, who tried to break alliance between Kerala, Sri Lanka and Pandyas. You will read later on. Now see, Raja Raja Chola I. He is regarded as the first greatest ruler. He was a great ruler. This is the greatest ruler. Now, why, you will come to know after this one. Because he ended internal confusions or whatever the problems were there in his dynasty. He destroyed the naval fleet of the Cheras, means navy, subdued means crushed the Pandya revolt. He occupied large parts of Travancore, Mysore and Coorg, and in this way he was able to expand his territories, as well as he defeated the Chalukyas of Vengi, the rulers of Kalinga and Ceylon. He also built a powerful naval fleet to conquer the islands where? In Indian Ocean and the Arabian Sea. He also maintained the trade relations with East India. So here so many characteristics you have studied. That is why this Raja Raja Chola was also known as the Great. Now comes the Rajendra Chola. Like his father, Rajendra Chola also was a great warrior and good administrator who vanquished the Gangas and the Palwas. He marched from his capital and reached the central India, and the rulers of Gondwana were forced to submit to his arms. Means they were very much influenced for his bravery. He also waged wars against the rulers of Bengal, Bihar and Odisha. He also maintained a strong navy and defeated the rulers of Andaman, Nicobar and Malaya Islands. Now the most important thing is, he built a new capital named Gangaikonda Cholapuram with several beautiful temples. He also built 16 miles long embankment around an artificial lake built near the new town. Now Rajadhiraja Chola, this is the last important ruler in this dynasty who successfully maintained the honor and extent of the Chola Empire. He fell in the battle against the Chalukyas in 1052 AD, and because of that only he died. And with his death started the decline of the Cholas. Now Pandyas and Cheras became independent and the Chola kingdom finished altogether when Malik Kafur, earlier also you studied that, general of Alauddin Khilji, who invaded south. So here all the rulers of Chola dynasty I have told you. Rest of the part I will discuss later on. Thank you.